get it. I'm just trying to get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich. If you stagnant, not worried about no bread, ain't no way that you could get ahead. I'm trying to get rich. Stacking paper, trying to live a better life. I can't be broke, worried about no jewels and ice. Let's get rich. I can't go where the paper don't flow. I can't hang if you ain't about the dough. Let's get rich. If you stagnant, not worried about no bread, ain't no way that you can get ahead. I'm trying to get rich. Stacking paper, trying to live a better life. I can't be broke, worried about no jewels and ice. Let's get rich. Get rich. I'm trying to get rich. Let's get rich. I'm trying to get. You niggas ain't trying to get rich. Steady worried about that next fix. Trying to hit a quick lick. You ain't heard of longevity. I plan for the shit that's ahead of me. Block the negativity. I stack my guala to
Gary, Gary, what you over there doing?
Right, Gary in his own little world. I'm like, this is where the cut it off. Hey, you guys, welcome back. This is Dre Day, all day, every day, twice on Sunday, and my co-host LaPree.
Hey y'all, hey Facebook.
Right, and this is another episode of Pick a Struggle. Now, before we get into what we planned on talking about today, I want to say how much I can't stand LaPree. Let me tell you what she did. So we meet up, 30 minutes to an hour before the show starts, and we go down the list on what we're going to talk about, get ourselves together. And I'm sitting in the car, in the parking lot, waiting on her, which is always. But she called me and was like, I ain't gonna make it. I'm like, what? Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to make it today. And I was like, what happened? Are you sick? Because earlier when I called, it sounded like she just woke up from a nap. So I was like, what happened? She was, I just don't feel like it today. And I'm just like, and
It was so funny.
And I'm sitting there panicking, having heart palpitations. Then she goes, I'm just playing. I'm down the street. I was like, do not play with me like that.
It's all fair. I didn't get to get you on the first, so
yeah,
I had to get you today.
You just threw me. Oh, child.
I was like, he gonna flip out.
I did, and I didn't want to cuss, go off, because I'm like, let me try to convince her to. Let me try to convince her to come. Before I was like,
I was waiting on you to cuss, and you didn't give me what I was waiting.
No, you know what's funny? Other people have said that.
Yeah.
Where they try to pull a prank on me, and I don't go off immediately.
Right.
And then they go, and then after, I was just playing with you, and they go, I was waiting on you to cuss me out. I was like, what? What makes y'all think I just cuss so much?
Because you do. That's your M.O. That's how you talk. What you mean? We know. We waiting on it.
Right. Because only when I go off is on people that I really just don't fool with.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, you going to get the business.
Right. Everybody else.
Yeah, people who are close to me is like, I give you some leeway. I give you an inch. Just don't take the whole ruler from me.
Till later.
Right.
You're going to go out.
Child. But anywho, so, oh my gosh. So the other day, was it the other day? I don't know. I'm not even going to work normally. So my days are running all together.
Yeah.
I had watched Tiger King.
Okay.
And I had binged all 7 episodes that night.
Yeah.
I was like, let me give me a good snack.
Okay.
Which was lasagna.
Okay.
Some lasagna and some bread. And I think I ordered a pizza later on. But
my goodness. It was a long night.
Right. I was like, yeah. It was like one of those things. Because on Saturdays, I plan all day to do nothing.
Right.
And watch SVU. That's my Saturday show. Because it shows from sun up to sundown. And so I get me something to eat throughout the whole time I'm watching it. So Tiger King wasn't no different.
Right.
So I'm sitting there, I got me a good snack, and then I just sat and watched it, and I was like, this is hilarious.
I told you. You didn't believe me when I said it was funny. It's crazy.
And funny, like you said, not ha 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 funny, but just there's people like this around.
Right.
Like what year is this?
I kept saying the same thing. Like, what year is this set in? Like, I mean, what's going on? What was the vibe like? What was going on in the world?
Like, I was in the Twilight Zone. I was in
The
a
whole
whole
time.
nother
Yeah.
decade or something. Like, you wouldn't have
Yes.
thought, because I think when they started filming was like 5 years ago for this show. For
Okay.
like what we see was
Now.
some years ago.
Right.
And I was just sitting there like, this just.
It can't be real.
It just can't be real or can't be happening now. And it's still like recent because when the documentary and stuff, when the whole series came out, then that's when dude is like trying to sue people, well, sue the government or whatever.
Because he's still in jail.
He's still in jail.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. I think he went to jail at the end of last year.
Yeah,
or something
in
like
2019, that's when
Yeah.
they had sentenced him or whatever.
Right, right.
It was just too crazy. And then I've seen people on Facebook, they're saying, or they're asking like, you know, everybody's on this bandwagon. Shall I jump on it or shall I watch it or who has and who hasn't? And this is after I had already watched it. And I was just like, I love seeing, for a change, white people act the fool.
Thank you. I do too. Man, I'm like, we ain't gotta always be the ones. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
like on Maury and Jerry Springer and all those shows. For the most part, like you'll see every now and then some white people, on
Yeah.
there. But for the most part, you'll see like black people, and then it's like, oh, I'm getting tired of seeing us, especially even on Facebook. I'm tired of seeing black people fight,
Right, yeah.
and it be the kids too, which is also
Bringing it
upsetting.
down, right.
But just to see these people, these white people, and some of them, and they range like some. You got it? You good over there? Like some of like Joe, like he really didn't have like a lot of money, and then you got people like Carol who's like got millions of dollars,
and don't
and
look
they
like
all acting the same.
Yeah.
And it's just hilarious to me.
Yes, it is. It's funny.
And then I remember like when I first saw Carol, I was like, that's the chick from Sex in the City.
She do look like her mama.
What was her like? Not was it Miranda?
Samantha.
Samantha. Yeah, she do look like Samantha.
Yeah.
She looked like Samantha if Samantha didn't have no money.
Yeah.
Like if Samantha was like not in New York City, but
Right.
somewhere in the
backwoods.
swamp.
Yeah,
Backwoods,
Atlanta or whatever.
trailer park. Like
Right.
that's what Samantha would
And the
look
thing
like.
about it is that she has money. She's a millionaire.
And acting a fool.
And the teeth. We talked about these teeth.
Yeah, how yellow they are.
Why? You
I'm
got
like,
all this money.
girl.
You couldn't get no veneers.
Right, you couldn't go to Dr. Heavily over there in Atlanta.
Right, men dentistry.
Right.
Somewhere. And get you right.
Get
in
you a
this
good,
area.
some good cleaning because they all straight. She
They-
got all
yeah,
of them. Just like,
they
girl.
just, like she drink coffee or smoke cigarettes. I don't know.
Like she eat
I-
yellow snow for a living.
That's what I'm saying. I understand the dude that only got two. I understand him because
Right.
he don't have as much money as Carol.
And you know what's funny? He tried to play it off like it's bad genetics.
Now,
Genetics do not play in teeth.
they might play a little bit, but not to
No.
the point like not
No.
those teeth he had.
No, they don't at all.
At all?
Because like my parents, like they got some good fronts, but I don't.
Okay.
So it's like, no, it's really not a genetic thing.
I think
It's
it
all how you take
How you
care
take
of
care
them.
of 'em.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all that it is. And obviously, he wasn't taking care of
At
them.
all. He probably ain't brushed his teeth in about 20 years.
I mean, he really ain't got that much to brush.
What them tooths? Them
Right.
teeth. That's what he got.
Them social distancing.
But I feel
teeth
like he
got.
had teeth when he first started.
Yeah,
dating
they
him.
were like they weren't bad, but it's
Right.
like you could use some braces. You could put your teeth in jail
Right.
for a couple
Do a
of
little
years,
something.
and you'll be all right. But he had all of them.
Yeah.
But when they started recording, they was just his teeth were committing suicide.
Right.
They was just jumping all out and just falling all over the place.
Left and right.
Right.
So let's talk about these cast of characters because like we did the other day. So we got Joe,
Joe,
who was the star.
I felt so sorry for Joe.
I did too.
Towards the end, I really did feel sorry for
I
him.
did too. I did too.
But he was one of those people where it's like he always had to put on a show, and I don't like those kind of queens
Right.
where it's like you have to be flamboyant or you have to be all out and be everywhere. And
He loved attention. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Because the man had music videos. He had
and he can sing too.
Yeah, singing. He had the zoo, of course. He had the T-shirt, the merchandise,
The hair
the hair,
or the lack
signature,
thereof.
signature
Signature
mullet,
look. Yeah.
with the baseball cap on top. Then he started running for governor or something like that.
He was running for president, then
yeah. And
flunked.
that was over my head. I never even seen him as a candidate.
Me neither. Well, I was still. Was I? I think I was able to vote then.
Yeah, I think so.
Because it was when? Was it when? No, it was
when
during the Hillary and Trump. It was 2016. Yeah. I ain't know nothing about him.
I ain't either.
Well, then. Now, when you did early voting and stuff, some of those people that was on the list, I didn't know either. Yeah. So, which is understandable why we didn't know him at the time.
I ain't never heard of that man till.
Unless you lived in Oklahoma, home of the Klan.
Yeah.
Then you would know him. And then after that, then it was like, let me run for governor. It's like, no, you don't go down.
Right.
No.
You're supposed to go
build your way up. Like if he probably would have started as like state rep or city council or something. Yeah, if he would have started there, he probably would have made it.
Yeah, aldermen who I don't even know what they do, but do that.
Nothing. Clearly nothing. But who else?
And then we got the two husbands, which we're gonna have to come back.
Well,
to
which was 5 in total.
Well, that 2 on that they showed.
3.
They showed
because they showed the last one before he went to jail. He had married another one.
Okay, the 3 husbands.
Yeah,
okay.
the 3 husbands. And
which
then,
we can come back to the husbands.
Oh
They ain't really that much.
Which that was like low key pedophilia.
It was because he was getting them right out of high school.
Right, and he was already like in his 40s and 50s and stuff.
Yeah, he said he was 31 years older than the second husband.
Yeah.
The one that was 19. The
one that killed himself.
That killed himself.
Which was sad.
That was very sad. Which was an accident, but
yeah.
It was kind of like an accident. I meant to do it, but I didn't.
It was like that was really on his only way out, seemed like it.
Yeah, he was done with that,
that
lifestyle. And he was, what, 22, 23?
Yeah.
Very young.
Like his mama was a year older than Joe.
Yeah.
It was like, you old enough to be these people daddy.
That's just...
what is wrong with you?
I can't do it. I can't. That's too much. So we got the husbands, and then we got the one-armed lesbian lady.
That was hilarious. No, some people were saying he, when it was doing videos and reviews and stuff, they was calling her he. And so I was like, is that a man?
No, that's a woman.
Or was she Hispanic or Asian?
Know, but I seen the top. She's a woman. And then her name.
But hell, I got tops. That don't mean nothing.
Listen.
And mine bigger than he or her.
I think it was a woman.
I thought it was a woman. Yeah. And which was so freaking hilarious. I didn't realize she had one arm.
I didn't either.
Until they showed her get attacked by the tiger.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize, and I think it was a good... I was like balls deep into the thing and didn't realize she only had one arm.
No, I didn't notice it either.
I was too busy looking at the trash she had in the back. I was like, who shoots in front of this?
That whole setup was just made for
right, like even Joe had, not Joe, the One-Tooth Wonder.
Yeah.
Even he had like a decent backdrop and had a nice little leather chair to sit on and reclining, which I still can't figure out why he didn't have a shirt on.
The whole... My daughter asked me the same thing. She's like, Mama, why he didn't have on no shirt? I'm like,
some people were saying for him to show off his tattoos. And I was like, at least shave.
But why are you trying to show off them tattoos? That's not going to make you more attractive.
Right, no.
That's going to push that trailer trash narrative even more.
And then you got another man tattooed on you.
Did he have a man on him?
Twice. He had Joe tattooed on his arm and on his pelvis.
Oh, they did show that.
Yeah. And then got the nerve to cover it up and didn't even cover the whole dang on tattoo. You wasted your money. And the ink. And the time.
And it just goes to show how crazy
and the footage.
Story is. It's ridiculous.
And it's just, it was like, what year is this in?
Yeah, and it was just one thing after another. It was like, there was never a dull moment. I don't know how long this stuff lasted from the time he started having an issue with Curl up until he went to jail. I don't know what span of years that was because they put it all together in one series. But the craziness is like, do y'all ever just have a day or a month or a year where nothing happening?
Well, see, that's my life.
What you mean?
That's kind of my life. Like if the friend I was telling you about last time about how he'll ghost me or whatever.
Yeah.
When we get back into talking, only months had went by.
Okay.
But so much had happened. And then when I told him, he was like, how long has it been since we last talked? Because you just got so much going on.
Right.
And that's, so I can understand that, but it's people like that's living in a whole nother time zone. Like, y'all got too much going on. Don't nobody.
Too much.
Right? And then Doc, that cult he got going on.
I don't even want to talk about Doc and his wives, his 30 wives.
Right. Which I wish I was
He
one
got
of them because
trained.
each one got a house.
But he got them trained.
Right.
They like, yeah, I know. This man, he tell us what to do.
Right, except for that one that got away.
Yeah, she probably was a hothead. She didn't want to conform. She like, She probably one of those women that want to be the only one.
Right, and she was young, dumb, full of
I
cum.
want to share. But she knew what it was when she went out there. Her daddy told her.
And that was weird.
Yeah.
Who daddy does this? But I'm not surprised because that's the whole R. Kelly situation.
Right, yeah.
Them parents had basically sold their kids to somebody else. And I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the whole cast of characters. Then you got Carol Baskin. And everybody's out for her head right now. They had a whole
her and that
page.
wreath.
Yes.
Those wreaths she put on top of her head. I was like, what the... And
Oh, my God.
she riding her bike and stuff. And I'm just like, what?
Like, she's 12 years old.
Yeah.
She riding the bike through the wilderness.
Through the park.
Her
and,
just flying.
And she does the same thing that Joe does.
What's that?
Like she has a zoo.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing is Joe actually pays his people.
Mm-hmm.
She don't even pay. And
That
then
took
take
me
money in
out.
at the door.
That took me out. She don't pay them people they volunteer.
Right? She got a cult too because
Yeah, that's
it
a
couldn't
cult.
have been me.
Baby, what? No.
Right?
Nah. We ain't getting paid.
Right?
Well,
I
I'll
want
see
to
y'all
get paid
later.
just to pick you up and take you down the street. So
Right.
you know you got to pay me to be dealing with tigers and stuff.
Exactly.
Cleaning up crap and stuff.
Yeah, and it ain't just tigers. She got everything at that zoo.
And then some of them been there for years because they got different tiers. They had
Yeah.
different colors for how long you been there.
So she basically just like Doc,
Yeah.
except she just
She only
doing
got
her-
one husband.
Yeah, that we know of. Cause I can't put nothing past that lady. That lady done killed that man.
Oh my goodness.
I want to know how she did it though. I want to know if she like strangled him or if she like,
I
how
don't even think she did. I
don't think she just threw him out there. I think she did something. Maybe she knocked him out and then threw him in there.
I think she probably shot him.
You think she shot him?
I think she shot him and then
Then put him out there.
put him out there with the tigers and stuff.
And them tigers they wrong. How you gonna eat your owner?
They didn't care.
I know.
Food is
apparently
food.
They don't care. But they not like wild tigers, so it's crazy that they ate him.
Even if they domesticated, because I can tell you how many times my dog done bit me.
What the hell you done did to your dog?
Child, trying to feed him, trying to because I give him like meat and stuff, and then I, here you go, and he'll reach up and like about to nick my finger off, about to bite my finger off. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It got so bad to where, because I was like, you ain't gonna get it, so I just throw it.
Yeah.
I throw it in the grass. I'm like, you go get it, since you like to bite. You can't get no understanding, and they play so rough.
Oh my goodness.
So they don't be caring. Animals don't care. Food is food.
I guess
I remember I had read somewhere they were saying, if you die in your house, you got pets, after a few days and they ain't got no food, they'll start eating you.
Oh Lord.
Because they don't care.
I guess. I don't know.
Right. But the whole thing was just,
And then Curl's husband.
I didn't like him.
Something was wrong with that man.
He whipped.
Yeah.
Some ain't right.
Ew.
Can't picture the two bumping anything together.
Please don't talk about that. Because he ain't even attracted to women.
Girl, shut up.
He do to me. I'm like, is he really? Is he?
He just looked like one of those dudes that the woman has like to say so.
Yeah,
like
they
she can
control
run.
the
Yeah, and I think her other two husbands, because she had a second one and they didn't mention that
He
in
was
the
beating her
documentary.
up. That first one was the first one that was beating her.
No, they wasn't beating. They wasn't abusing her at all.
Nobody didn't abuse her.
No.
I could have sworn I heard somebody say that.
Oh,
she
that's what
ran
it
away
was.
from him,
It was her
but-
baby daddy.
But he wasn't her husband.
I don't think they were married. No, I think they were, but they were too young, and so
But he didn't hit her.
I think he was, according to her.
Yeah,
Because they didn't talk to him.
Apparently she lies.
So allegedly,
Allegedly.
he was abusing, probably just verbal stuff.
Yeah, he probably just shook her.
Yeah.
That's normal stuff.
Especially when you going off at the mouth.
When you Carol Baskin, you
Girl,
get,
you deserve.
girl, shit.
Right? Simmer down now. But yeah, the first husband, she ran off away, walking down the street.
Yes.
Which that whole story didn't make any sense.
I don't know why Carol don't want to just tell the truth that she was out there selling. Why the dude leave and come back right around?
She
and
on the old stroll.
Yes. Get in this car.
Right.
I got you $10. Get in here.
Right,
That's
talking about a gun. No, that was a 20.
Right.
And then go into a hotel.
Right. The same night, and y'all, all now y'all together.
Right.
Don't play with me.
Telling some he just wanted somebody to talk to.
Nah, that's not how that went.
Yeah,
That's not how that went.
That's why his first wife. I ain't surprised. I'm glad she don't like her.
I know. She ain't supposed to like her.
Right.
She was very salty.
Cause they
Them
couldn't
girls
get the
was
money.
Too. Yeah, them girls was too.
And I didn't realize how the bigger the age difference when I saw like her husband's daughters, I'm like, they look like the same age, if not like a year or two younger than Carol.
Yeah.
I was like, what the?
What's
But then
going on?
you know what aged them was that hair.
Yeah.
All that
big white
hairspray.
hair, she had that.
That
Aquanet.
hairspray ages you.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
What you say? Her close to the what you call it?
the bigger the hair, closer to Jesus.
Yeah, that's how,
the kind of hair they had.
Yeah, she had it. It was sitting right up here.
Right, and wasn't moving at all.
No, baby, no. That's not how that's going.
Right, a whole can of hairspray.
But so
Yeah.
they said that after her husband went missing, I don't know how long it had been when he was missing, but Carol broke into his trailer, his office trailer, and took out all his.
Oh,
wills
that
and
was before
paperwork
they
and all that.
actually considered him to be dead.
So after he so-called went to Costa Rica,
Yeah.
that's when she broke in with her assistant or something.
Oh, yeah,
or
some
somebody
dude.
like that.
Probably
yeah.
somebody she was screwing in between.
Probably somebody. Yeah. Ugh. Every time you talk about that lady, in that aspect, it just gives me an image that I don't want to have.
But yeah, broke
Yeah.
into the office,
Yeah,
got
so-
the wheels, changed it, made herself executive, made herself power of attorney, and just screwed everybody.
especially them girls. Like, I understand you know what I'm saying, you want some of your husband's money, but his kids, you're going to take the money from his children. That's not
Right.
right. That ain't
And then
cool.
she was like, if y'all stop talking about me, like if y'all don't, then I'm going to take more from
money,
y'all.
right. Which
I'm just like,
ain't-
I can't knock the struggle though.
and that's how she did Joe.
If you're going to do it that way.
But still, though, like, that lady is greedy. Like, she has a bad energy. I could just pick it
Right.
up through the screen.
And tried to take Joe's parents' house away when she was suing them.
Everything.
I
Took
was
all
like,
this
oh my
stuff.
god! And then it was funny because Joe and her husband had came to an agreement, and Carol was like,
No.
hell no, to the no,
Yeah,
no,
just
no,
greedy.
I want more.
Greedy. That lady gonna get, when her karma come back around, it's gonna be crazy.
Right.
Because whatever she
Well, maybe
did,
it came back in the shape of those teeth, because
it came back with that dude she walking around with. That's her karma
that
right
turkey
there.
neck.
Man.
White people age
Mr.
so
Rogers.
horrible.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
sorry.
Carol- Carol is not that old. And she
No.
look like she every bit of 70 to me.
Well, you know, evil do age you.
That's true. That bitter stuff.
Yeah, it'll age you and make you look all fun. And then she don't do drugs, from what we could tell,
Oh, she do
and
something.
don't smoke. So it's like, what are you doing?
She probably do something. She probably...
Right. Joe did meth, and he looked younger than her.
Joe do look kind of young, don't he?
Yeah.
But he always kind of happy. He always upbeat.
Yeah.
So,
But shifty.
then a mug.
He is shifty. Because he burned down that place
He sure
with them
did.
alligators in and
He
all
sure
that
did
paperwork
burn
and
it
stuff
down,
in. He
yes.
burned it.
Yes, he did burn it down.
And then was misappropriating funds when he was running for governor and the president and stuff.
And what about Jeff? When Jeff came along, that was
I never liked
a
Jeff.
whole nother can
His
of
skin
worms.
too tight for me
His skin.
to be his age. Because it's like, it's like I
Plastic
said,
surgery or
pe-
something.
yeah, Botox or something. And then it didn't move.
I know.
And then he pretended he got hair by wearing a bandana with a hat on. When he took it off, I didn't even recognize him. I thought it was the other
I
dude.
did too. I was like, oh, that's the same.
I was like, oh, he bald headed?
yeah.
And then got that young wife.
And what he
got
told
her
her after
pregnant.
she had the baby?
Huh?
He told her something about getting back in the gym or something like that.
Yeah, after after she had the baby, gonna get her back in the gym and then get a hot nanny, which is
Yes, that they had already picked out that she, like that's why I said the whole
I'm
7
waiting for-
episodes was just,
I'm waiting for Vegas because he got warrants in Vegas.
yeah.
I'm waiting for them to extradite him. To be like, Oklahoma, can you please
Send his butt back over
right
here.
return to sender, return to
Yes.
sender? Because I just did not like him. Someone right when you flashy.
Yeah.
That throws me off. And he was very flashy. And then come to find out the Hummer was behind payments. The mansion he was renting
Yep.
got kicked out of hotels for sneaking baby tigers and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my goodness. They were doing way too much. For this to be
YG
7
said, what are we talking about
episodes.
today?
Huh?
YG Nate said, "What are y'all talking about today?"
Oh, I can't stand him.
Okay.
I love him like a play cousin, but
Does he know that? Is he aware?
he will be if he keep listening.
Okay.
Anywho,
All right.
but it was
Talking
so
about Tiger King.
right. If he ain't figured it out yet,
he just asked.
black people. Anywho, for it to be like 7 episodes, it was a lot packed into it.
Yeah.
And it was just, thank God wasn't no commercials, because that
Right.
probably would have.
That would have been a whole week of watching
Right.
that, because it would have been too many episodes. But yeah, that whole story was ridiculous.
Right.
And I mean, that's how people out here living. I thought my life was crazy.
Right.
Well, my little stuff that I got going on, and it's not a lot.
And then Joe then went to jail and turned into Tekashi 6ix9ine. He ratting on everything. Because Doc's Zoo had got raided in.
Yeah, yeah.
And ain't no telling who else they
And the
be
other
even
guy,
mentioned.
and then what about the drug dealer?
Oh, I liked him.
I was like, okay, so
I
now
like
we
that,
got so many, we got every element.
that
and what
Tony
we don't
Montana.
have on there
Who?
is black folks, and I was happy not to see
Praise the
not one
Lord.
of us on there.
Shaquille O'Neal was the only black person on there. He was
Oh
on
yeah,
there
he
for
won a
like
tiger.
2.3
Yeah,
seconds.
he won a yeah.
Like, praise black Jesus.
We got enough craziness in our community.
Right.
We do not need to add that into
We don't
it.
need to go in there. Like,
I
let's
just
sweep
knew,
our own
I was
porch.
like, one of these episodes, it's gonna be somebody black pop up in there.
Right.
And it never happened.
Nope. The closest we got was the I think like one of the Hispanic girls, or she was like Egyptian or something. That was one of Doc's wives.
Oh, the Italian lady.
Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. She wasn't even close then. Never mind. Moving on. But
Doc don't look like he like exotic women. The closest he gonna get to that is probably Italian.
right.
He straight
White is
white.
right.
Yeah. Hmm. You see the women he was choosing: blonde hair, blue eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Getting them breast implants.
Well, they gotta look the part.
Ugh. What else happened? What else been going on? Oh, I was watching an interview the other day, and it was, what happened?
He said, "That's my cousin on my mama's side. They all black as hell."
Who?
This is YG Nate.
Girl, moving on. Click off, son.
I can't.
No, I'm talking about him.
Oh.
Because he is goofy. God. But I was watching an interview with T.C. Carson. I want to say that's his name. The one that played
Yeah, that's his name.
Kyle Barker
Uh-huh.
on Living Single. And he was talking about how he ended up losing his job, how he ended up getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying how during the runtime of the show, or during while they shooting
While they
the
were
show,
airing.
all of them collectively had their own problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like, we not getting paid enough and y'all not treating us right and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But TC was the one that actually went to the producers, the directors, like all the big wigs and stuff, and was like, these are our concerns.
Right.
What y'all gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
And because he was so outspoken, they end up writing him off on the show.
Okay.
And it was like towards like the later in the seasons
Yeah.
where his character was going to Europe or London or
Yeah,
whatever.
He got a job or something.
Yeah, and while he's like reading the script and whatever, preparing for it, he asked them, "Are y'all gonna get rid of me? Because I kind of see this happening. Because y'all, because I'm doing this." They were like, "No, we ain't gonna break y'all up. You got a job here."
Right.
And then once that episode had aired, when he got on the plane, they called his lawyer and be like, "Yeah, we don't need him no more."
So it was it was the executives that did it. It wasn't none of the castmates.
None of the
nothing like that.
castmates. It ain't that they didn't like him or nothing. It was just the executives. Because they were saying he was just so outspoken.
Right.
And I guess no one else was speaking up. And that was the same thing that happened on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Vivian. The black one on Viv.
I thought that she didn't get along with Will Smith.
No, they got a... Well,
That's what I heard. I didn't know what really happened.
from my understanding, it was... She had concerns, like the whole cast had concerns. She would go, and they're like, does anybody else feel that way? And no one else was backing her up, including Will Smith.
Right.
And so, I guess that's where that came from, of them not getting along.
Okay.
But it was basically the same thing, how she would speak up, and they're like, we really don't need you.
Right.
Because you talking.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't go against the grain. And it has spoke to me a little bit, because I remember when I used to work, all the places I worked, something would happen, and I would speak up and like go off.
Yeah.
And then I had people telling me, "Why don't you just put your head down and just work?
Yeah.
Like, just do your job and just go home." And I'm sitting there, no, that ain't me. I ain't never been like that.
Right. You're not supposed to.
Right. And that was one of the reasons why I had kind of had left QT.
Okay.
Because I remember listening to one of the hiring managers saying he wasn't going to hire this black dude because he had locks.
Right, because that's the policy, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, he was saying they're dirty and all this other stuff, and I'm like, no, they're not. Like
that's some.
I'd rather you just say I don't want because
I'd rather you say I don't like to look up
right
rather than call somebody dirty, because people can have hair that looks what they would say regular and be dirty as I don't know
right.
what. You never wash your hair.
I done seen them other people, like white people, like I've seen them have like some of the dirtiest hair.
Right.
That's where lice comes from for you not washing your hair. And so I'm like, how is it that locks is just put into that box of being dirty?
Well, we know where that came from, but from what I can understand, the locks don't look professional. Is what that's what it is. That's what the verbiage was in the policy, that it don't look professional, especially when they go out into the stores. But we're in the warehouse.
And then we got on hairnet, so it was like, what's the big deal?
Right.
And that was one of that, and plus I couldn't get promoted to save my life.
Right.
They wanted me to change, even though they liked how I was when I first started. And then when it came time for promotion time, maybe if you tone it down just a little bit.
Right.
No.
I am who I am.
Right. And then on top of the lock conversation, and I was just, I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
Then I'll just leave, because I'm just ain't the type to pretend I don't see none.
Right.
I don't play Bird Box Challenge. That ain't what I do. And so I was just, like I completely understood what was going on with him.
And that's the sad part about it, especially like with the whole, TC Carson and then what's her real name?
Aunt Viv, girl, don't give me the line.
Okay, Aunt Viv. It's like they write these people out the show with these crazy explanations, like he went to Europe for work, but it never was anything that led up to it. Like, I feel like if you're gonna write somebody out the show, write them out in a way where it actually makes sense.
Yeah, it was just all of a sudden.
One day he working downtown, and the next day he going to Europe, and he not coming back.
They did it like in 2-3 episodes.
Yeah, and then
Aunt Viv, they just
the
a
next
new
day,
season. It was
she was a whole different tone of skin tone.
They couldn't even get the same color woman.
We came in, we like, who is this?
Who's this yellow heifer?
I know. We had a whole new Aunt Vivian. So,
and then I had stopped watching after that.
Yeah, the vibe was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I still kind of, some episodes here and there I like with that one, but
I just like the earlier episodes.
Yeah. I ain't like the setup of the house on the earlier episodes. That's why
it seemed out of place. It seemed
the
weird.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't have no money.
Oh, okay.
Like some shows, like Living Single. I remember Living Single when they did their pilot. They shot it in the Family Matters house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the set,
like changed the furniture.
Yeah, like they weren't living in a like a brownstone. The way that it was set up, it looked like a individual regular house.
Oh, okay.
And then later on, that's when you see the hallway and then the thing that's going upstairs. Yeah. And that's because they had no money. And it's like, okay, let's give y'all, a bigger budget. Now y'all can fix it however y'all want to.
Just like how they did Martin, and that was his show. But how they just kind of just took Martin out of, or they didn't really take him out, but they had him and Gina in
doing different scenes.
Yeah.
See, that was a build up from behind the stage.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because they couldn't work together. She had a restraining order or something from what I hear. But it was kind of the dynamic of the show changed. So I just left the show after. I didn't keep watching it after that because it was weird.
Yeah,
because you want to see
those two together.
That's what the show is.
And then you spend so many years and episodes and seasons having them together, and then all of a sudden they
wasn't together no more, and it wasn't even funny no more after that.
No,
because Martin just didn't even look the same. His face, his demeanor.
Oh, yeah, that's that Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't good no more after that.
Right.
What else? What other show they did that too that I was like,
That's a good chunk of the shows where it's like it ain't even the same.
The Cosby Show when they took Lisa Bonet off.
Yeah, but they had her doing her own.
Yeah, she went to a different
Yeah.
world, but even in between, like when she left a different world and she went back to Cosby, you remember the Cosby Show, her and Bill Cosby weren't never really in the scene together.
Yeah.
They would have her done got married to some, you know, it was just crazy. And then they brought in Raven Simone to kind of take that spot. So
I wonder if he tried to drug her too.
He said something about the image. He wanted to uphold this wholesome image, and she had got
Oh
pregnant.
yeah, she was with Kravitz.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, and so he was
I like them. They're really cute as a couple.
their daughter is so beautiful.
I
Zoe
know.
Kravitz, she's very pretty.
Right. Bill Cosby full of crap.
He out here raping people.
Talking about-
females. And then he gonna talk about her getting married and
Right,
getting
and
pregnant
then-
at 17. But you out here doing what you doing allegedly. I don't want to say Bill Cosby did.
Well, he
because
was
I
found
wasn't there.
guilty, so we don't even have to say allegedly.
Well, in my head, I just feel like, okay, if he did, okay, now I don't want to say my opinion because
I was
people
thinking,
get
I
mad.
was thinking he did it, but the thing was, for me, it was like they knew.
This
Like
man
they knew
married.
what they were doing. They're like he's
Yeah.
married, and then y'all going to like hotels or like
with
rooms
him.
together.
Yeah, what y'all think y'all
Like,
finna
girl,
do
this is
in
the
there?
70s and 80s. We all bumping and grinding together.
And that's when the sexual revolution and all that stuff kind
Right,
of was
the
going on.
liberation.
Yeah, so
Now,
what you
all
thought
of
he
a
wanted
sudden-
with you? He was gonna read a book with you.
right. He gonna give you some put. Well, he gave you
He
some
gave him
put.
pudding. No, he took a little pudding.
That was my whole thing with the cops. Like, yeah, he did it, but they knew what was going on.
They absolutely knew what was going on. Because if a married man invited me to his hotel room, I'm pretty sure I know what he wanted to do.
Right. It's like, no, we going to Red Lobster.
Baby, we going to the bar first.
Right.
Maybe later we'll go to the room. But if I'm gonna get drunk, I'm gonna get drunk on my own accord. I don't need you dropping anything in my
Right,
drink.
no.
But that's the part I think what was the
Or it's
problem.
like, all you got to do is just ask.
Right. Yeah, just be like, what's up? I'm pretty sure you Bill Cosby. I'm pretty sure they would have been down with
Right.
it.
I'm finna buy CBS money.
Right. Yes, I'm coming to your hotel room.
Right.
Yeah, I'm tell you how much I charge in a minute though.
Right. We ain't gonna talk about this over the phone now. Tell you in person. But what else happened? Child, this one thing that had made me mad, because of course we're gonna have to give a Corona update.
Yes.
Since we about to go ahead and get off. But one thing that's getting on my nerves watching the news, because I rarely watch it. For the most part, I'll listen to NPR.
Yeah.
90.1 on the radio.
Yeah.
Because they're like unbiased
Yeah.
and just hit report it and go on about their business and move on to another story. And then they do BBC and all that stuff. But watching the news on TV, one thing that's getting on my nerves, well, first it was them scaring people to go out and buy all these groceries.
Right.
Now it's the only thing they're reporting on are the deaths.
Yeah.
They're
And
not
the
even
survivors
reporting on how many people have
being recovered from
recovered from it.
Yeah.
And I had did my research. It's like 17,000 people worldwide have recovered.
it. Worldwide.
Worldwide.
The whole world.
Yeah, because I don't.
What? No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, worldwide.
Okay.
That's how many. From my
Okay.
from my understanding, yeah, it was like 17,000 people.
Okay.
And so it's like, why are y'all not talking about that?
Right. Right. And why not giving people hope? You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
if you do get it, you know, take care of yourself, do this, do that. I mean, they saying, you know, don't go out, don't do this. And I get it because, you know, you got to, you know, slow the curve or
Right.
whatever they call
Well,
it.
first of all, I'm getting tired of rich people telling me to stay home. I'm getting tired of people who can afford to stay home telling me to stay at the house.
Yeah.
I can't.
Exactly.
I got to
Give
go
me-
out and work.
If you pay my bills, then maybe this
Right.
conversation will be different. Right. I understand that. But it's like, yeah, they're not reporting the good. They're not reporting the good stories
Yeah.
or the happy stories. I got a friend of mine who told me that her cousin has it, and she said he's in the hospital, but he's getting better.
Yeah.
So, but she said when they first told him he had it, they told him to just go home, quarantine yourself, whatever. I guess he started getting worse. He went back to the hospital. This is what
The fact that the hospital turned them back.
yeah, and she was really mad about that. But I asked her the other day, I was like, "Well, how's he doing?" And she said he's recovering.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's stuff like that. Like, and I wish that she had posted that on her some social media to see that, hey, I know somebody that has this,
Right.
but he's getting better.
And see,
you
I
know?
knew someone who had it too, but they had it before
This
the whole
pandemic.
Yeah, they had it, and the only reason we figured that they had it was because we talked about the symptoms
Yeah.
and what they were going through. And first it was she went to the hospital and they had diagnosed her with pneumonia. But then when she did a checkup, she stayed in the hospital for like a week. And then they were like, we're going to clear you to go to work, but we still want you, just lay low for a minute. And then when they checked her, they was like, you don't even have pneumonia in your lungs. And then she was saying how she was coughing and it was like a dry cough and wasn't no fluid coming out and she was getting shortness of breath. And I'm like, girl, you had Rona. And then she stayed in the hospital for a week and then she came out and it was fine. Yeah. And then no one around her ended up getting sick. So it was like, obviously you can.
Yeah, you can get through it. Yeah.
And then the people who are dying from it, I don't even think they're telling us how people who are dying from it have like pre-existing conditions. Right. Like they were already kind of down by the wayside.
They already having issues.
Yeah, they already like got one foot in the grave and another foot on a banana peel and Rona pushed them.
Yeah. I mean, I understand where they coming from by trying to wash your hands and all that. But now it's getting to the point where they got police in Walmart. Like, it's really getting a little scary.
Well, all the Walmarts I went to, they always had police there.
But I mean, like,
just in case.
The policing, hey, get back, go there, don't be over here, don't be over there. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Like doing Instacart.
Shut it down. If you're going to do all that, just shut everything down for a number of days or weeks. Don't let nobody go to work. Don't let nobody go nowhere unless it's an absolute emergency.
And put pause on the bills.
Put pause on the bills. And then we can, but just out there just having people scared and doing all that, I just don't like it. Because when people see that stuff going on, they get fearful. And then that fear takes over. And then the stress takes over. And then you get sick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because fear... A lot of people don't know fear does affect the body in negative ways.
Yeah.
And because we had talked about when you discipline your kids and stuff, like what does fear do?
Yeah.
And I like the news and the government and the people who actually own this country. I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but they know when people are scared, they do drastic and crazy things.
Yeah.
And so they would do things to play on that fear, like the coronavirus is.
Serious.
It is serious.
Yeah.
But it's not so serious to where you got to go out, buy up all the tissue.
Right.
Which still don't make sense to me.
Whenever.
And it was mad. I was so mad because me, single person, like, four rows or, a good 12 pack will last me for a minute. Yeah. I'm having to go to like 3 or 4 different stores just to look for tissue.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Because people are buying all the rows. And then yesterday, I was so mad. Yesterday, I had shopped for someone. And I had got them like over $100 worth of groceries. Like my basket was like overfilling. Then when I get to their house, they open up the refrigerator and their cabinets and stuff. They already had food in there.
They just hoarding.
And then they asked me, like I live there, where am I gonna put this?
Why are you ordering stuff?
Why is you ordering so much stuff?
Right.
And then you already got food.
Thank you, because that's job security for you.
Yeah,
I appreciate your coins, but you hoarding food. And there's people out here who can barely buy food.
Right.
And you got all this.
I was this close to putting all them bags back in my car and returning it. Because I was like, you don't even need it.
I know. And that's ridiculous.
Like she had, like for instance, I had got her a gallon of milk, and then she already had 2 gallons in the refrigerator.
Wow.
And then was like, I guess I could put it in the freezer, like, but I already got milk in the other freezer in the garage. You got 2 freezers?
Oh my gosh. She got kids?
I didn't see them.
You ain't see any?
But I'm pretty sure she did because I saw like little pink stuff going around. But it's like,
yeah,
what do you need with all this milk?
Just what's little
and then you freezing it. That's how you know you're not even going through it quick enough. Because this finna expire. You got a freezer trying to expand the life on it.
It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, it don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, like people hoarding stuff and just going like I can't even find hand sanitizer. I can't find soap. Thank God I use like weird soap like Yardley. Like
I use that soap.
Yeah, I love
it.
I like the almond. Yeah, and that one, and then the lavender.
The lavender.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm. That's my soap right there.
But those are soaps I use. So luckily, ain't nobody really buying that one. So I lucked out on that. But when I'm trying to buy stuff to wash my dishes with.
Yeah, dishwashing liquid.
I can't even find it.
Yeah, I know. I've been having issues too. I need some tissue. I'm to the point where we need some more tissue. So hopefully, when I go to the store,
I can give you some just in case you ain't got none. Just in case you can't find it.
If I got
some of that.
Okay, when I get to the point where I really need it, I'm gonna be like, listen.
Right. You don't be on the toilet.
No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a good amount of time. But I did want to say I have been enjoying my little self quarantine. I had me and the kids did a prank on their daddy and their grandmother, which was really funny.
What was the prank?
So the one prank we did, okay, I got a special needs child. I think you know that already.
Yeah.
And he's in a wheelchair. So this is kind of wrong.
Oh
We
my
called
God.
his grandmother and we told him. Then my second oldest daughter was pushing him around outside, and she didn't have him strapped in.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And he fell, and so she just started screaming. It was so funny. She started screaming. She started cussing me out. She cussed out my daughter. She was like, I'm coming to get my baby, and so that was funny. And so
Y'all are so wrong.
we called their dad.
You going to hell. You going to hell.
I know. I was like, I shouldn't have used my baby. But that was funny. Then we called. My daughter is dating. My first daughter doesn't have a boyfriend. Never had.
Yeah.
She's 21. My second daughter is 16, and she
We're
has
going to
a
have to get
boyfriend.
into that. Why she ain't got no boyfriend?
That's one of those questions I don't know. We could talk about it
Yeah.
in the next show.
Yeah.
She watches it, so I gotta ask her first. But
Right. Ooh, we
my
have-
second daughter,
Yeah.
my second daughter has a boyfriend. She's been dating for maybe like 7-8 months. And when I first got pregnant, I was 16. She's 16, so her daddy is very
Shuck it, duck it.
He's very, ugh. But anyway, we called him and told her that she was pregnant.
Why y'all playing with people? Yeah, all y'all need to go to work.
He was
'Cause
at
y'all
work.
ain't got nothing to do.
He was at work and he started cussing. God damn, what I tell you? And she was like, "Don't." She's such a good actress. That's how I know she can lie really good. And she was like crying. She was like, "Don't tell Mama, please, Daddy. Don't tell her."
And you sitting over there.
I'm over there dying. It was so funny. I loved every minute of it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing to kind of get through my quarantine.
Mm-mm. But you going back to work tomorrow, right?
Yes. 4 a.m.
Oh.
I know.
But you said at least they changed the schedule and all that stuff.
Yeah, 3 days on, 4 days. 3 days on 1 week, and then 4 days on the next week. So we're gonna rotate that for 30
Right.
days and see what happens.
You got your census papers?
I did. I haven't filled them out yet.
Girl, fill them out.
I'm a last.
We're going to
minute
have to
person.
account for every black person.
I'll fill them out. I'm a last minute person.
Especially
though.
since we found out that white people are just, pure-blooded white people is just they just going off the pasture.
Yeah. They're declining in their population declining.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they will no longer be a majority.
No. I wonder how that's gonna go. I feel like they've never really been. I mean, maybe they have, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of.
It's because we live, I don't know. I think it's because we live in, like, especially Arlington or DFW, it's like
Yeah.
a good mixture
Yeah.
of
yeah.
people. It ain't until you get into, like, in the country and stuff.
Mm.
Or you get into those states where, like, Idaho.
Yeah, like who
Alaska.
lives there? Who live in Dakota? I mean,
Yeah, in the Dakotas,
South
yeah.
Dakota. Who lives there?
White people. That's it.
We're not gonna
That's,
be like
that's
that.
where most of them
We're
are.
not gonna be like that on this show. We want to be inclusive with everybody.
Yeah, we inclusive, but facts is facts. Getting tired of seeing majority white people.
We gotta share that
everywhere.
article so everybody can read that article. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but we kind of ran out of time, but we're gonna get into that later.
Okay.
And get into that next week.
All right.
But yeah, I wanted today's show to be like kind of uplifting and goofy.
Yeah.
Only because last week I was just ugh.
Yeah, you was not here.
Right.
You
But now I'm
wasn't here
wide
for it.
awake.
Right. And we'll be wide awake again next week, y'all.
Right. And then no more Tiger King stuff.
Okay.
We didn't span him until they come up with another season.
And I heard they are.
I hope they are.
I heard they are because I'm trying to see what's going on now.
Right.
Because I know he in jail acting. I wonder how many husbands he got in jail.
You so stupid.
No, for real. I wonder how many. He probably got a
I
black
think he the
man.
wife in jail.
He can still. Oh, so he ain't playing that middle role?
He got that long hair. He got that those golden locks.
He might have met Bubba or Pookie.
Or Tyrone.
Let's introduce that to
Right.
the situation.
How much longer we got? You said 3. 1 minute. Oh God. So thank you guys for watching. Please tune in next week. We will be here every week. Ron ain't gonna make us go no daggone where.
Yes.
And if you missed the live, please make sure you catch it on Facebook and catch it on Anchor. I'm gonna try to put those links in the comment section. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. I'm tired now. No, I'm not even tired. I'm dehydrated. I need to refuel.
Oh no, me too. Mouth a little dry.
Right. I'm starting to taste my breath.
Bye,
Well, thank you
Facebook.
all for watching. Ooh, I done got lightheaded laughing at all. Lord Jesus.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next time.
Right. All right. Let us go.